hear that? Like the pulse in the street, a hole in the chest.
What up, my people? It's your boy, Radical. Now, I want to welcome y'all back to another live stream. I want to welcome y'all back to another episode. Y'all can hear me? Yo. Y'all can hear me? Okay. Just want to make sure all my levels is right. Want my ones and twos and all that. But yeah, what's going on with y'all? Shout out to y'all. It's gonna be a quick live stream. It's not gonna be something like I'm just gonna be, you know what I mean, discussing or whatever the case is. I just first of all want to see how y'all doing. Shout out to 8 people watching. Shout out to Don Armando in the chat. Hit me up later. Yeah. I got you, bro. Shout out to everybody. Real quick, I went to DR these couple of days, and I had a blast. Oh my God, with family, bunch of graduations. Me and my wife had a blast. I'm telling you, I want to listen. My whole plan. I think I told people my whole plan is to live in the Caribbean, you know, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic. And so far, I think once I retire, my plan is to live in DR. You know what I mean? That's what my plan is. So, I came back yesterday, and everything is copacetic. Everything is a-okay. Had a great time. Didn't want to leave. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I did not want to leave. I wanted to stay over there. But no, it was a great feeling. It was a great feeling. Yeah. You gotta get that. You gotta get that cellular, bro. I wasn't on San Pedro, bro. I was at the Capital and stuff, basically a bunch of barrios and stuff. Just, doing my thing. You know what I mean? Taking care. We took care of business, but mostly we were just having fun. We went to the aquarium over there, and then we went to man, it was a blast, bro. It was a blast. I'm gonna get my citizenship soon. Yeah, bro. Yeah. You got to, bro. Yeah, it takes a while. Yeah, but if your parents was born over there, all they gotta do is just write their little thing, and they got translated. Show their birth certificate. Show yours. Translate that, and you'll be set. But anyway, listen, it was a blast. So I want to just give a huge shout out to DR. You heard. Shout out to all my Dominicans out there and stuff. So yeah, definitely, I would definitely recommend going to DR, but not just in the resorts, actually with the people. You feel me? So it was amazing. So anyway, so while I was out there, I was pretty much disconnected from everything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I was occasionally, on Twitter or whatever the case is, but pretty much when I was out there, I was disconnected from everything. Affirmative action got revoked. People start losing their minds and all that, and I'm like, yo, what is going on? It's insane. And I want to talk about it just. But I know I'm late to the party with this, but I want to talk about this because it affects Latinos and Black folks, with this. Now, let me just make this perfectly clear. Affirmative action as a whole didn't get revoked. What was revoked was affirmative action due to college applications and college tests. Got revoked. For example, a college will look at a student's test scores and application at the same time, and see their race that what they put down, and based on those merits, they will either deny them or accept them. And usually they'll deny them because these colleges want to meet a quota, and it's a federal mandated quota that you have to have a certain amount of Black students and Latino students due to affirmative action. Now, certain states, which I learned, like California and Michigan, those are two states that decided not to go with it. You know what I'm saying? These states can do that. You know what I mean? Even though it's a federal thing, these states can do that. And they got approved for it. So these two states could do that. And the majority of people that got affected were Latinos and Black folks. Now, let's be completely honest. Once you revoke race out of this whole equation, they're just going to be looking at hard work and character, right? Pretty much that's what they're going to be looking at. And I doubt, I know for a fact that Blacks and Latinos are going to be less than the percentage of people there. It's probably going to be less than 1%. But let's not be naive to it. It's not like they're going to be non-existent. There's a bunch of smart Latinos. There's a bunch of smart Black folks. You know what I mean? History has told us this. Movies have told us this. We've seen plenty of Latino and Black achievements coming from both sides, who were either college graduates or whatever the case is, and didn't get the push that affirmative action supposedly was supposed to give them a push for, right? So this is what it is. And I think first of all, I understand the complaint. I understand the issue when it comes to this type of argument, that I should be looked at just based on my academic, career and achievements. 100% true. 100% true. I would hate to know that I got a job, or I got to fill an open spot, not because of how I scored well, or not because of something that I actually, because of my hard work I achieved. No, it's because based on my race. I totally understand that. And I totally understand how that would discourage certain people to actually say, yo, why should I even try if I'm going to just get these opportunities based on my race? Why should I even try? So, which is true. But there's also another caveat to that, which I kind of started looking at it a different way. Now, let's be honest. This is going to affect Blacks and Latinos across the board. Let's just be honest with this. This is going to affect Blacks and Latinos across the board. Now, does this mean that you can't get into any college? No. This means that these high-level colleges, right, are going to have their standards high, qualifications high, and you just got to meet them. If you meet them, great. Shout out to you. You became that less than 1%. You know what I mean? Race had nothing to do with it. You actually did your thing. To the rest of the Black and Latinos, guess what? You ain't cutting it. You got to go to community college for that. It is what it is, But I started to think a little bit. And I started to see this in a different way. Because you usually hear a lot of, not Black Americans. I'm not going to throw Black Americans under the bus. I'm going to throw FBAs under the bus. You hear a lot of FBAs saying, well, we built this country. Affirmative action came from us. And all of this hoopla and buffoonery and all this other stuff. And in my mind, I say, if it can easily be revoked, then why celebrate something that you really didn't earn? For example, the Civil Rights Movement, right? The Civil Rights Movement was for Black folks. Who got lumped into it? a bunch of other people that didn't fight. Now, who gave black folks the privilege of civil rights? White folks did. If white folks didn't do that, right now black folks would have been still getting sicked on hoses by dogs and all that other stuff. Everything would have been chaos, right? Everything would have been in chaos. People would have still been fighting, right? But white folks say, you know what? Let's do a little plan, and let's see if this plan will work. And messed up that it is, it worked. Black folks thought that they actually got something, but then they actually started sneaking other things into it. Black folks didn't say anything. Started sneaking more things into it. Now you get LGBT people get more privileges and benefits, believe it or not, than any other black American, which is insane, right? But in my mind, they can end that in a heartbeat, because these history-changing laws, these women rights and rights for abortion and all this other stuff that got the hell up out of here. Affirmative action got the hell up out of here, you know, for college, not by anything else, but pretty soon it probably be that too. Got out of here is because they weren't set in stone. There were laws that were just put federally just to calm our asses down. There were laws put in there federally just to shut us up. They were never, ever, these laws, I'm telling you right now, these laws were never, ever set in stone. The Bill of Rights, those are set in stone. Amendments, some of them are set in stone. After, guess what? Just so y'all can actually understand this. And I said this before. The abortion thing. I got an echo. Word? I do? I got an echo? Hopefully it's not your messed up computer, Ramon. I got an echo. Hold on. Let me see something. I got an echo? Hopefully it's not. I don't got an echo. I don't hear anything. But probably it's a messed up computer, man. Probably your messed up headphones. You know, shout out to the Obama headphones. No, but what was I saying? I said this before, that when abortion rights, you know, got up out of here, the Democrats had a chance to actually, I forgot the name of it. I said I saw it in the news. I forgot the name of it, but it was basically to set it in stone and not to you know, change it or get up out of here or whatever the case is. I forgot the name of it of the thing that they will do. But anyway, it's basically to set it in stone. It's basically to make it permanent, right? And the thing is, they didn't do that. Republican judges got in there, got up out of there. And you know what the Democrats ended up doing? They ended up putting gay marriage. They ended up setting gay marriage into stone. That's what they ended up doing. They ended up setting gay marriage as a permanent law that you cannot change and you cannot do anything with. That's what they did. So instead of doing everything else, saying, hey, maybe affirmative action, maybe, you know, we should do that, maybe, or you know, maybe we should do something else, or how about we do that? You know what I'm saying? They codify, or I think they had a chance to codify reproductive rights. Yeah, codify. There he goes. Codify. That's what I think. It's a Jose. Shout out to Jose. They had a chance to codify it, meaning set it in stone, and you can't replace it. You can't remix it. You can't do nothing to it. It's codified. There's a lot of amendments that's codified. There's a lot of ones that's not. And guess which amendments are not codified? Affirmative action. You know what's another one that's not codified? Believe it or not? Guess what's another one that's not codified? The civil rights. Even though that's not an amendment, that's a bill. That's a right, right? The civil rights is not codified. 13th and 14th Amendment, not codified. 19th, which, gives women the right to vote, not codified. I believe the 19th is codified. I believe it is. It's a 20% chance that it's not. That it is. Another 80% that it's not. I don't think it's not. But anyway, see, these are some of the amendments that's not codified. That means if you codify an amendment, it's set in stone. It's over. You can't do nothing to it. You know what I mean? Civil rights is the only act that can be revoked. Exactly. And also, shout out to a white woman. I'm gonna put this out there right now. Shout out to a white woman because she is the only white woman in history to benefit from racial discrimination in a job, believe it or not. If you guys saw this news lately, I don't know if you guys did, but remember them brothers that got handcuffed in Starbucks? Remember that story? Them brothers got handcuffed in Starbucks. Everybody was calling people racist and all this other stuff. Blah, blah, blah. I can't believe it. Well, guess what? Starbucks ended up firing that lady, the manager, the one that called the police, because guess what? The manager was told to call the police by the head one, by the general manager. So guess who got fired? Not the general manager, the manager. So she ended up suing, and guess what ended up happening? She actually won a racial discrimination lawsuit from Starbucks. Shout out to that white lady. She got like 20 million or something like that. Shout out to her. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let me go back to what I was saying. So I was thinking in my head, I said, what was the point of people or FBAs, right, bragging about the wins that they get when United States could just revoke that the next day? What's the point? What power do we really have? Let's actually think about that. What power do we really have? You know what I'm saying? What power do we really have? These little small victories that we think that we get, in reality, are they really victories? I don't think so. What power do we hold? What power do we have? I don't think we have nothing, to be honest with you. Because if laws could just be revoked left and right, like nothing, then is it worth fighting for anything? You know what I'm saying? Really, let's really think about this for 1 second. Is it really worth fighting or even protesting for something if these laws could just be revoked 20, 30, 40 years from now? Let's be honest about this. You know what I'm saying? If these amendments or laws are not codified, then what's the point? You know what it is? These are laws put into books. These are amendments put in the books to shut us up. To shut us up. Guess what's another thing that's not codified? Integration. The whole desegregation in schools and stuff like that. That's not codified. They could just flip a switch and just say, yo, schools are segregated again. I'm telling you, that's what can happen. That's exactly what can happen. It's like we're reversing back to the 40s. It's insane. You know what I'm saying? It's insane. But my main thing is, what's the point of marching? We're not going to get nothing done. All that we're going to do is yell, burn shit down. So what? They put little laws out here that already existed, just with new names on them, and just say, hey, shut up, here you go. And then we go home thinking that that's okay. You feel me? Thinking that that's okay. For example, the George Floyd Act. Did any other cop go to jail for the George Floyd Act? What is the George Floyd Act? It's some baseless bullshit law that they just put together to shut people up. Because everybody, damn near the whole world went up in an uproar. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. It wasn't because of George Floyd. It's because people were pissed off about COVID mandates and all this other stuff. But still, the whole world went up in the uproar, right? Burning stuff down, doing this, doing that. And what was the point? What was the point? They just put that law out there. Here, shut up. And shut us up for a little bit. Got that dude convicted, went to jail. We celebrated for 2 days. Okay. Affirmative action. Get up out of here. You see what I'm saying? This is all a game. This is all BS, yo. It's insane that I don't know why, but I actually see through this whole shit. I'm like, hey, yo, this is bullshit. You know what I'm saying? This is complete bullshit. People talking about white supremacy this, white supremacy that. At the end of the day, white supremacy could come right back, just like the 40s and 30s and 20s, if they really wanted to. Let's be honest. What did we accomplish? Nothing. What did these revolutions accomplish? Nothing. We know about them. Not accomplished a damn near thing. Haiti, wow, revolution. Shout out to them. Still got messed up. They revolted. Great. Poor as fuck. Poor as hell. They owe it France and all that. What was the point? What was the point of all of that? To get their freedom. Shout out to them. And they didn't even know how to use it right. Look at that. They didn't even know how to use it right. Look at that. Did all this fighting and all and burning and all that other stuff. They still owed France, and they were like, yeah, you're gonna be in our nuts. And by the way, we're gonna put some sanctions on y'all, this and this and this. What was the point of all of that? You mean to tell me y'all couldn't get some more allies or something like that? Like, come on now. Y'all beat the French. Y'all beat Napoleon, right? What's a couple of more white boys? You mean to, you know what I'm saying? So what's the point of all of that? If y'all still gonna be messed up in the same system, what's the point of all that? You feel y'all feel what? Am I talking crazy? I don't know. I might be. You know, basically, I'm sorry to say. So your solution is not try at all because it won't matter. Pretty much, if you don't have any power. That's pretty much what I'm saying. If you don't have any power, what's the point of fighting? What's the point of doing anything? Let's look at what's happening right now. Y'all fought for civil rights. Y'all did all of this. White folks gave it to y'all and they're taking it right back. What power do you have right now to stop it? What power do you have right now to codify those laws so it won't be taken away? Nothing. So my thing is, this is my thing. Unless we're gonna have someone with our same vision in a seat of power, go right ahead. Do revolt. Do what y'all gotta do because y'all got somebody that's gonna represent you. You know what I'm saying? Someone that's gonna represent you. FBAs are out here talking about America this, America that. America just messed y'all up. America just messed y'all up. America just said, yeah, affirmative action, get up out of here, yo. That's what America just said. Y'all so American. America doesn't even see you as American. Would you look at that? Insane. It's crazy. That's what my thing is. My thing is, if you don't have power, there's no reason for doing anything. You know who had power? I'm gonna give y'all some a history lesson. You know who had power? The Black Panthers who broke Ashada Shakur out of jail. Them people had power. Them people had power. They took this was so gangster. They actually broke someone out of jail. Actually, 2 people out of jail. They went to Cuba after a couple of days of hiding out. They actually stole money. That money that they stole, they gave it to all the families in Harlem for Christmas. Anonymous envelopes out of nowhere. Them people had power. Because what they chose to do is say, okay, the system that I live under said this and this and this and this. Well, I'm going to say this is not fair, and I'm going to take it the way I'm going to take it. I'm going to do exactly what I'm going to do with it. And they were successful with it. You know who else had power? Micah Johnson. Micah Johnson had power. Micah Johnson, unfortunately, homie got blown the F up by one of these little drones. It is what it is. But he had power. He basically said, yo, I am done with the okie doke. I'm actually going to take actions toward, I'm going to take action. That's basically what he did. Who else had power? Donor had power. That LA cop that said, hey yo, y'all gonna really fire me for me doing my job? All right, I'm gonna take all of y'all out. He had power. He chose to do exactly what he wanted to do. You feel what I'm saying? That is what I'm saying. Those are power moves. Those are power moves. Basically, you move on under my terms. Not because you tell me to do it, because there's more of us than it is of you. That's what it is. And that's what I'm talking about. Things change when you keep fighting. What has changed? I've seen fighting from Trayvon Martin, Eric Garner, Tamir Rice, Breonna Taylor. The list could go on. What has changed? Besides these meaningless laws that no cop went to jail for, but besides the other ones that they had to go to jail for, you know what I'm saying? What has changed? Let's keep it real. Because all that fighting didn't stop affirmative action from getting up out of here. All that fighting, that didn't stop. That's not gonna stop the next law from getting up out of here. This is something that we gotta be real about. We gotta be real about. What representative do Latinos have in Congress and the judge that actually holds power and sees our plight for what it is? I don't think so. I don't think none. What black person is up in these judges' chambers, Congress and all that sees black people's plight for what it is? I don't think none. Truthfully be told, I don't think none. So when I talk about what's the point of doing all of this if you don't have someone in there that's going to make sure these things get done, is exactly what I'm saying. Check this out. If black folks actually had someone up in office that actually fought for what they, like a Johnny Cochran, let me just say, hypothetically speaking, Johnny Cochran never got killed. He went up in there. He actually became a politician in California and all that. Yep, revolt. Do what you got to do to get your voice heard. Best believe he's going to do it, right? But there's none of that. So what's the point? And on top of that, these little laws that you think are protecting us, it's not even codified. It's not even codified. So how about we focus about codifying some of these laws so they won't, get erased the next time we wake up and actually do something about it. You know what I'm saying? Wait, hold on. Let me see. Throwing your hands up because you see things not changing when you're sitting up there talking BS. Latinos need to move I think he meant to put needle. There are more black people doing things than Latinos. And y'all getting nothing done. Tell me what y'all doing. Tell me what y'all really was shaking and moving, because y'all got nothing done. If y'all would have got something done, affirmative action would have never got revoked. Let's be honest. Am I talking bullshit? I'm just saying. If y'all really doing more than Latinos, which I don't doubt. Probably y'all are. I don't know. I'm not in these meetings, but if y'all are, okay. How come affirmative action still got up out of here? Yeah, that's what I thought. So we're gonna just play this video right quick so we can get some more information on what we're talking about when it comes to affirmative action, right? And Supreme Court, blah blah blah, rules. There it goes. Yay. Okay. So let's take a listen real quick.
Striking down affirmative action and reshaping college admissions. In a 6-3 decision, the justices ruled that Harvard University and the University of North Carolina violated the Constitution by considering race when deciding whether to admit someone to their school. A landmark case overturning nearly 50 years of precedent, the latest example of the conservative majority redefining American law, including abortion rights and guns. The ruling means higher education institutions will need to come up with new ways to create diverse student bodies. Groups of protesters, mostly made up of young adults, gathered outside the court to voice their outrage. And to underscore how monumental this case is, 6 of the 9 justices wrote opinions, many personal and strongly worded. CBS's Major Garrett has all the new details and will start us off tonight from outside the Supreme.
So I just want to say right quick, I want to highlight some of what these justices wrote and some of the laws. So let's keep it going.
Writing for the majority, Chief Justice John Roberts said admission policies at Harvard University and the University of North Carolina violated the 14th Amendment's Equal Protection Clause. The student must be treated based on his or her experiences as an individual, not on the basis of race, Roberts wrote. Many universities have for too long done just the opposite. In a scathing dissent, Justice Sonia Sotomayor accused the court majority of ignoring history and precedent. The court cements a superficial rule of colorblindness as a constitutional principle in an endemically segregated society, where race has always mattered and continues to matter.
That's Sotomayor, that's a Latina. So look at that. She's saying this is BS. This ruling is BS. Race matters. We live in a system that like in the United States, race is overly obsessed, right? This is a Latina, but yet we're racist, right? Okay.
At the White House, President Biden criticized the conservative majority.
This is not a normal court.
And said the nation must find a new way to achieve diversity in college admissions.
What I propose for consideration is a new standard.
I'm going to just skip him. I'm gonna go to the other court lady.
Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson, the first Black woman to serve on the High Court, wrote in her dissent, quote, "With let them eat cake obliviousness, the majority pulls the ripcord and announces color blindness for all by legal fiat." Clarence Thomas, the court's other Black justice.
Clarence Thomas, this guy, it has to be Jesus Christ. Yo, this dude, I think he likes the old days, bro. All right, let's keep it going.
Responded, quote, "Justice Jackson uses her broad observations about statistical relationships between race and select measures of health, wealth, and well-being to label all Blacks as victims."
God damn. Okay. Shit. He's like, yo, all Blacks are not victims. It is what it is when it comes to that. Okay. These are going to be some stats that they're going to pull out. I want you guys to pay attention to this.
We'll celebrate.
CBS News polling shows that 70% of Americans think race should not be allowed as a factor in college admissions. But statistics indicate that in states that have banned affirmative action, such as California and Michigan, admissions for Black and Latino students have fallen dramatically at their most selective universities.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. This is going to affect us really bad. This is going to affect us really, really bad. I'm not saying that blacks and Latinos got low IQ. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is that this is going to affect them in a negative way also. For the people who are applauding this, I'm just saying, shout out to Rakim for the 499. He said affirmative action was put in effect. It was put in effect. It was for ADOS men until it was changed to include other minorities and women to undermine ADOS, which is true. Yes, understandable. But also, it. This is what I was saying in the beginning. I don't know if Rakim was hearing me, but this is what I said in the beginning. What's the it's the reason why these laws are getting up out of here and it's becoming a huge deal is because these laws are not codified. These laws are not set in stone. When they did that to women, when they did the abortion rights to women, that it got up out of here, let the states decide. Guess what ended up happening? The Democrats ended up codifying gay marriage. They ended up setting that in stone instead of affirmative action, civil rights, integration, and all this other stuff. I'm telling y'all that watch this. I'm telling y'all, there's gonna be more laws. I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be a different type of America. But look at what I was saying in California and Michigan. Blacks and Latino students fell dramatically. Now, someone might say that's a good thing, some might say it's a bad thing, but my thing is, let's look at what's actually happening. It's insane. So how come our numbers are, dropping dramatically? Is because affirmative action, is banning those states, which means we are not meeting the economic standard. So what's going on with our educational system? Is it that we're not that smart? I doubt it. I don't think so. I think it has a lot to do with our environment, our home upbringing, and our educational system. Because let's be honest, if you want to study and actually crush them books, you would do so. Because there are blacks and Latinos in these high-ranking universities, is because they actually had to prove themselves. Feel what I'm saying? So what's going on? I don't know. I don't know. But now we are a little bit, we actually, you know what I'm saying? We actually understand a little bit more, hopefully, from this video that I just showed. We actually understand a little bit more about the whole situation, what's going on with affirmative action and all that, and how it impacts. You know what I mean? And also, another thing that I wanted to bring up is the whole, what's the point of fighting if these laws could just get revoked? You know what I'm saying? We have to start getting either paying these politicians or getting some politicians into those seats that share our same viewpoint, because those seats will hold power for them to actually enact laws based on our favor. Once we start doing that, I think we're going to start seeing some change. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I told you he was going to be short. It wasn't going to be long. With that being said, I'm going to catch y'all later.